party lights.
You know how worried I get when you disappear like that.
Do you?
Of course I do. You know I do.
We ought to go sometime. Dance again.
You don't want to associate with those people. Come on, let's get inside.
I miss the parties.
I know you do, and we'll go again, I promise. But right now, Pammy needs you. Come on.
I'll be up in a minute.
I said, Pammy needs you.
And I said in a minute.
Fine, fine. Do as you like.
You mean like you?
Look, I don't know what's gotten into you lately, but forget it. Just come back before Pammy goes to bed.
It was so much nicer a long time ago when we had each other and the space about the world was born.
What a machine. Fantastic. Thrilling. Old sport. Thrilling. I thought we'd go into New York later and have some lunch.
Anything. I'm all yours today.
Look here, old sport. What's your opinion of me?
What?
I said, what's your opinion of me?
You've only just met.
Be frank, old sport.
Well, honestly, I've heard all sorts of rumors.
I'm going to tell you something about my life. I don't want you getting a wrong idea of me from all these stories you hear. This is the God's honest truth. I'm the son of some wealthy people from the Midwest. All dead now. I was brought up in America, but educated at Oxford, because all my ancestors had been educated there for many years. It's a family tradition.
What part of the Midwest?
San Francisco.
I see.
My family all died, and I came into a good deal of money. After that, I lived like a young Raja in all the capitals of Europe. Paris, Venice, Rome. Collecting jewels, chiefly rubies, hunting big game, and painting a little. Things for myself only. And trying to forget something very sad that had happened to me long ago. Then came the war, old sport. It was a great relief, and I tried very hard to die, but I seemed to bear an enchanted life. I accepted a commission as first lieutenant when it began, in the Argonne Forest. You were there?
At St. Mihiel-Salien.
This was near Sweden. I took 2 machine gun detachments so far forward that there was a half-mile gap on either side of us where the infantry couldn't advance. I stayed there 2 days and 2 nights. 130 men with 16 Lewis guns. And when at last the infantry finally came up, they found the insignia of 3 German divisions amongst the piles of dead. I was promoted to be a major, and every Allied government gave me an award. Even Montenegro. Little Montenegro down in the Adriatic Sea. Here. This is the one for Montenegro.
Orderi di Danello, the Nicholas Rex, Montenegro.
Turn it over.
Major J. Gatsby, for valor extraordinary.
Here's another thing I always carry with me. It's a souvenir of my Oxford days. It was taken in Trinity Quad. The man on the left is now the Earl of Doncaster.
And it's all true.
Of course.
No, I didn't mean it like that. It's just
It's all right, old sport. You see, I usually find myself drifting here and there among strangers, trying to forget the sad thing that happened to me.
Why are you telling me all this?
I know I can trust you. You don't make very much money, do you?
Not very much, not yet.
I didn't think so. You see, I happen to carry on a little business on the side, a sort of a sideline, and I thought that if you didn't make it, I'm sorry, I'm getting terribly off topic. I have some very important business to discuss with you.
At lunch.
Yes, but you won't be having lunch with me. You'll be having lunch with Miss Baker.
Do you mean you're in love with Miss Baker?
No, I'm not, old sport. But she has kindly consented to speak with you about this matter.
I don't understand. Why can't you just tell me yourself?
It's a rather delicate matter, and I'd rather not...
Hello, Nick.
Hello, Tom. What are you doing here?
He's here all the time. Where the hell you been? Daisy's furious because you haven't called up.
Oh, Mr. Gatsby. Mr. Buchanan, this is Mr. Gatsby.
Sir? How'd you happen to come this far uptown to eat?
I'm having lunch with Mr. Gatsby and Miss Baker.
You behave yourself with her. I'll be at the apartment later. Come by and see us. We'll have a drink. If you'll excuse me, I have friends waiting. It was nice to meet you, sir.
He's married to my cousin Daisy, and they live across the sound from you.
Yes, I know. Look, I hope I haven't made you upset about this business with Miss Baker.
No, it's not that. I just don't like mysteries.
It's nothing underhand. Like I was saying, you don't make very much money.
Not very much, not yet.
I thought you didn't. If you'll pardon my... I was thinking of offering you a little extra from my sideline.
Hello, boys.
Ah, Miss Baker.
Hello, Jordan.
Nick, Jay, did I interrupt something?
No, not at all. Please, sit down. Well, thank you, Miss Baker. Thank you both. Enjoy your lunch.
Is he always like this?
He knows what he wants.
Well, it's nice to see you again, even under mysterious circumstances.
Nothing mysterious, no, not really.
What's going on?
You know Daisy and I work together?
She told me.
Daisy Faye, the most popular girl in Louisville. And we all envy her. She dressed all in white and a little white roadster, and then all day long the telephone rang in her house.
If you behave yourselves, I'll spare each of you exactly 1 hour.
An exciting young officers from Camp Taylor were demanding the privilege of monopolizing her nights. Well, one night I walked by her house, and this was 1917, and just dancing on the porch with a lieutenant I had never seen before. And they were so engrossed in each other that they didn't see me. And he was looking at her in a way that every young girl wants to be looked at. And because it seemed so romantic to me, I have never refused it ever since. His name was Mr. Gatsby.
Gatsby?
Lieutenant Gatsby.
And I didn't lay eyes on him for over 4 years. Even after I met him at one of his parties, I didn't realize it was the same man until the other night. Anyway, they became inseparable and promised to remain, and then he left for the war. And she changed after that, became distraught with John. I don't know what happened, something to do with her family. Then when the war was over, she just suddenly up and married Tom again from Chicago. And he arrived with an entourage of more pomp and circumstance than Louisville ever knew before. The day before the wedding, he gave her a string of pearls valued at $350,000. And I was bridesmaid. And half an hour before the bridal dinner, I walked into her room and found her as lovely as a June night in a flower dress.
Congratulations, Jordan.
And as drunk as a monkey. She had champagne in one hand and a letter in the other.
Never had a drink before, but oh, how I do enjoy it.
I was scared, I can tell you. I had never seen a girl like that before.
Here, dearest. Take them downstairs and give them back to whoever they belong to. Tell them Daisy changed her mind. Do you hear me? Say Daisy changed her mind.
And I didn't know what to do. I locked the door and got into a cold bath.
The dearest heart of all. Do you hear me? The dearest heart of all.
And she would not go with that letter. She squeezed it into a little red ball. No one let me put it in the soap dish, but she saw that it was coming to pieces like snow. And then she didn't say another word. And I gave her spirits of pneumonia, dose in her forehead, put her back into her chest, and half an hour later, the pearls were around her neck and made some over.
What was in the letter?
It was from him.
From Gatsby?
He was coming home from the war to marry her.
And why did she...
She heard the name Gatsby for the first time in years. The day you first visited, do you remember?
What a strange coincidence he's here.
But it isn't coincidence at all, don't you see? Gatsby bought the house to be just across the bay from her.
Really?
And he wants to know if you'll invite him over some afternoon.
You mean he's waited 5 years, even brought a mansion on Long Island, just to invite her over for some tea at a stranger's cottage for a liaison?
All this time, he's half expected her to want to go to his parties, but she never has, and that's why he gives them to show her his house, so it's created for her. And your house is right next door.
Incredible.
Will you do it?
Well, does she want to see him?
She's not to know about it. Gatsby doesn't want her to know. You're just supposed to invite her to tea. Alone, of course.
I don't know if I'm comfortable.
Daisy ought to have something in her life, don't you think?
And what about you? What if I invited you over for some tea? Would you come?
Ask me.